Morning, everybody. I'm about to play the Open. My top 10 streak is going to stay alive. That's what I'm hoping to accomplish today. I'm super excited. And I have to be honest, the Garmin r50 is so awesome at this. I don't know of another simulator on the golfing market that allows you to go compete on the courses real time and almost in the same conditions, at least as far as wind goes. Obviously, it's a different golf course, but I'm super excited to go play. I'm hoping I can win. Join me. All right, you can see here the Renaissance Club. Last week I did really well, tied for third. I had held the lead almost the entire week. I've been on a nice little streak of top 10s, as you can see. I had one little mishap at the TPC Deer Run. I was really struggling. It's one of those courses where you have to be so accurate with your driver, and that's not me, unfortunately. If there's some room, I have some opportunities. If there's no room, forget about it. I ain't making it. I still shot 3 under that week, but there was guys, because the course is shorter, that they can put a lot of good rounds together, where the Renaissance Club was a lot longer. And I generally have an advantage when they're longer. Not that I'm a long hitter, but compared to most folks, I can be. So it really helps me when there's a little bit of room. I don't have to be super accurate with my driver, and then I can just blast out of the rough. And I think that's mostly the modern golf as it is anyway. All right, let's move on to number 1. So Royal Portrush this year, I've got to play this once because I played round 1 from the back tees, and I was doing that just to see if I can make the cut. I still got to go play round 2. First shot here, we're not playing the back tees. It's kind of a nice break because if you guys saw my first round with the simulator, trying to make the cut, it was so much longer. I shot even, so I'm still within the cut line, which was at +1. But this is significantly shorter than the first hole. So I hope that trend continues, because there's a couple holes that were just so hard. You know, as I've been doing this channel, I'm trying to figure out what it is that where's my home? Where does the content need to go? I'm not sure yet, but as I'm making a journey to get better at golf, I think simulators are part of our future. So then how do we get better using a simulator? I called it Muscle Master Golf, mostly because I used bodybuilding to help heal some of my injuries, and I've never felt better. Having said that, it hasn't translated great to the way my body feels. To the way my golf or at least my golf scores have suffered a little bit. Wow, that was a really, really good shot. This is so much nicer. I'm having to hit bombs from the back tees, and I made birdie because I had a 7-iron in. So much shorter so far, which is nice. Just a break. There's a reason, like these tour pros, I can't. Playing the simulator, playing the same golf courses they have, I've never had a greater appreciation for, oh wow, that's interesting. That was a 9-iron. I just air milled everything. The other thing is hitting these chip shots. Oh, I've been struggling with these so much. But anyway, I had more respect for a tour professional than ever before. I've watched golf all my life. I remember the first round I watched was the 1986 Masters. Well, I had to check back in because, unfortunately, I had an iPhone issue. I have 2 phones. One's an Android, the other one is a iPhone. And for some reason, no matter what, I always have issues with the iPhone trying to record and everything else. It's a whole different mess. But I've decided to just go to my Android so I know it will work. It'll be easy to do. So moving on here, I've been watching golf all my life, and tour pros are just unbelievable to me. And I'm really, really more and more impressed the more I play on these simulators. And now I'm like starting to study how they use them.
And as you can see, every single time they're out on the range, they're constantly going out of their way to know all the data on all their shots. And, you know, some players, they're going to use that data different ways. The way I've been using it almost exclusively is in my wedge game. And then if I'm, for example, if I have a 50-yarder, a 55-yarder, and these are carries, by the way, just cover yardages, and I know how far they're going to release, I start to have a really good sense of where on the clock dial I need to hit it. There's some feel there, but honestly, I'm better on the analytical side of going through that type of scenario and going 9:30, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and so on. And tons of players do that. I know somebody like Tiger Woods who talks about he just uses feel. Well, nobody's Tiger Woods, right? You got to make this duplicatable. That's one thing when I watch Tiger Woods, and if he gives a lesson, he's giving lessons that are just honestly pretty complicated. I watched how he plays golf, and I'm like, this is the 1% of the 1% that can take this lesson and put it to work, because it's just hitting draw chips, hitting, cut chips. Now, I personally can do that, but under pressure, there ain't a chance. I haven't put enough effort into that, nor do the courses I play doesn't matter as much. And most people can't play these. And then in comparison, I was watching Phil give a lesson the other day, and very simple basics on how to make shot choices. Now, there's a lot going on in his mind too, and a lot of feel, but the way he's able to explain I think it makes more sense, and it's more obvious to the general public as far as golfers go. Even a scratch golfer is not even near what Tiger is trying to teach. So it's interesting, as I watch more of Tiger Woods, I'd like to see his lessons cater more, if he even can. I think his mind's just in a total, his game and his mind and his way of dominating are so beyond what the normal golfer would be. It's hard he just can't relate to how we're low IQ golfers, right? Maybe just low IQ golfers, and he's at Albert Einstein level. Getting back to my round. Oh, not another 3-putt. Please get in the rough. Okay. It's funny, I don't really start to feel pressure in these until I know where everybody stands. I have to play one round first before I can even see the leaderboard. And when I play the round, I want to, I'm trying to shoot the lowest score, obviously, but I'm trying to get a good idea of, what is it going to take? Where am I leaving shots out there? And I've left a ton of shots out here so far, as you can see. I'm 3 under, and I think I already have 1 bogey. Oh no, I'm 2 under, 2 bogeys already. I should be 4 under in my opinion there, because one of them was a 3-putt, a short up and down, something I've actually been struggling with a bunch. And then I haven't quite hit the ball really solid so far on this front 9. I'm really, really struggling with it. It's interesting how I try to do mid-round fixes on the golf course. Experimenting here is helpful. Before I go play a round of golf, I play 9 holes on my simulator. It's like I'm just getting kind of warmed up and into the groove, where you see kind of what's going on with the ball today in a real type game situation. And I use that almost exclusively. So when I go out to the course, I've either worked through a little bit of the things and kind of found, a baseline that works really well for me, or this is the way it's going to go today, so I'm just going to play it. How many times do each of us go through a round and you're used to seeing a certain ball flight, it's doing something different that day? Oh geez, another bogey. And you're doing something unique, or it's just a little off, or whatever the case scenario. It happens to all of us, but we try to fix it mid-round, and instead of just playing it. Well, I'm the same way. I do the exact same thing. Going through and playing on the simulator first makes a huge difference, because you got 9 holes where you can really put things to the test. This is what the ball's doing. Okay, I've got a pretty good feel for it. Like, if I were going to play a round right after this, the first thing I would be going to work on is all my shots under 100 yards, and I'm going to go spend a ton of time on them. Because everything I've hit, chip shots, like here, this is a pretty basic chip shot. But once it gets like a little bit of a flop, or I've got to carry it a certain distance, they've been all bad so far within the first 9 holes. This gives me a real good indicator of what I've got to go work on right before the round. So I'm in a good position to play my best round. I'm not gonna lie, it's helped a ton. I try to keep my volume pretty low. I'll try to keep it 50 shots or less on the, see, like here's an example. I was trying to fix that big old cut that I've been hitting, and that was not the solution. Can you imagine doing that on the real course? Oh, you're just in serious trouble. But I would go straight to the range. I'd probably just hit at my range, there's about 6 or 7 flags within 100 yards. I'd be just trying to hit shots to each one of them, get a really good feel for it and what it's like. Now I can mimic obviously the altitude and the air conditions, and that should give me a pretty good idea on my carry yardages for the day. That's the other thing I do too when I'm warming up is I'm like, okay, if I got 60 shots, I'm going to just get a real quick feel of, I take 3 shots from each of my irons, and it kind of gives me a really good idea of where my carry yardages are for the day. They rarely differ much because I play at similar times during the day. But if I'm like, let's say if there's something dramatically different, like a pitching wedge, because it's 7% humidity here and it's 99 degrees, well, guess what? The ball's going to go a really, really long way, and I might pick up 6 or 7 yards of carry. That's significant because it's a whole club, and I'm missing greens at that point. If it's 3 yards, I'm probably not missing greens, and you can adjust. But I can find that here. Man, this hole is so much shorter than it is from the back tees. I don't even know if I've hit this green from the back tees yet. I think I've played this course. This is my 3rd time. I played a warm-up round. I played my first round, and I'm even through this. And then this is totally different because it's the Garmin tour, and I'm just trying to shoot the lowest score and win, and it's a shorter tees. Playing the longer tees, just totally different golf course. I have such longer shots in here, and I'm bombing it today for some reason. I've kind of figured it out there on the front 9, as you can see. And now when I'd go out, like let's say I was going out to the real course today, you can see that now I've kind of find that groove and where that sweet spot is in my swing. And I have no consequences yet because it's just a game. And even though this is pretty real and I'm trying to shoot, oh, come on, not another one. Another 3-putt. That's ridiculous. Yeah, you can see I've left a lot of shots out here today. That is so frustrating how bad the short game is. Yeah, you could see if I was going out to the range, that's what I'd be working on. Oh my goodness, I'm just like, you ever want to throw clubs through something? Like in the Sims, sometimes when I'm playing these tournaments, I'm ready to lose it. I'm glad that I take a moment and decompress and I come record because, oh my goodness, I just want to throw something. It's funny watching it from as a spectator. It's not as infuriating. When you're in the middle of it, it's infuriating watching your golf shots. Man, it's just beyond infuriating. And especially for me, any drive that I just miss 2 ways, that's my ultimate irritant. And then chips that are not even close. That just drives me crazy. It's one thing to knock it within 5 feet and then miss the putt. I don't want to miss the putt, but like, you've done most of the elements right. Man, that is just nuked. Be the right stick. This hole is so hard from the back tees. I had to hit 5 wood. No, I hit hybrid the first time. I hit 5 wood the second time. And then I've missed low every single time. I think that's this hole. Really, really difficult golf hole. This whole golf course is going to be interesting. When Shane Lowry shoots, what is it, 15 under? Is that what it was last time? I mean, that's off the charts. Really, really good. Really is. Yeah, that was it. And this hole right here from the back tees is night and day different. Like if you miss the fairway, you've got 220 into the, out of the rough, which makes it, for me, another 22 yards. It's 245 into the green. I don't even have a club at that altitude out of the rough that can get there. My 5-wood goes out of the fairway 255, but not even close. And here I am, I'm nearly driving it. Please grab a birdie. See that? Now that one makes me happy. That is exactly what I do. A little bit of a flop, a little bit to carry. That's my one frustration too on the Garmin or in some simulators at all. You can see the grid lines and you can see the roll lines, but sometimes when you're below the hole, you can't see the green. So it makes it really difficult to know, what is it going to do? Is it going to release or is it going to stick? The wind can be a great indicator as well, but having said that, it's just not enough. That's just a fantastic drive. Yeah, I mean, 320 at sea level and no helping wind. That's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with my swing right now. I figured out something. It's kind of actually making my impacts. Oh, please get one more before. Okay. I found a way to salvage that round for as many bogeys as I had. You can see I left some out there. Let's see where I finish. Hopefully this is enough to finish top 10. Okay, it's Monday. I'm in first place right now. That will not last. So I've got some work to do to finish the rest of the week. I sure appreciate you guys tuning in. Please check in with me. Please come follow for if I make the weekend. My goal is obviously to make the weekend, but I'm even. I have one round to play. I've got the cut lines at +1. Subscribe for more. Come watch that. See you soon.